Welcome everyone to the Manage Engine Patch Tuesday webinar for the month of October 2025. October is always a significant month for IT admins, bringing with it major updates, releases, and important security announcements from Microsoft. As the year begins to wind down and the cybersecurity landscape grows more active, it's the perfect time to strengthen our defenses and prepare for the months ahead. Just as autumn sets in with its changes, let's make sure our systems evolve too, by staying updated, addressing vulnerabilities promptly, and keeping our networks secure and resilient. Before we move on, I just want to double check. Can you hear me clearly and is my presentation visible? If everything's good, just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat so we can keep things rolling. I am Niveda, product expert at ManageEngine, and I'll be your presenter today. Alongside me, we have our patch pundits ready to engage with you in real time via chat. So please feel free to post your questions throughout the webinar. Kindly note that it will be a 60-minute webinar and it is being recorded. The recorded session will be sent to your registered email IDs in 2 to 3 working days. So what is on today's agenda? First up, we will have a detailed breakdown of the Windows life cycle as well as the end of life dates for the various Windows versions, including Windows 10 and Office 2016 and 2019. We'll then discuss the Patch Tuesday updates for the month of October. After that, we'll demonstrate how you can simplify the patch management process for your network's endpoints using ManageEngine's patch management solution. We'll also share best practices for patching to help you perform effective patch management for your hybrid networks. And last but not least, we'll wrap up with a Q&A session to address all your queries. Moving on to the Windows lifecycle, as many of you might already know, this October marks a truly significant milestone for IT admins everywhere. It's not just about the regular Patch Tuesday updates. We're also looking at two major lifecycle changes from Microsoft that will impact nearly every IT environment. First, Windows 10 has officially reached its end of life as of October 14th, 2025. That means no more feature updates, bug fixes, or security patches from Microsoft unless you take specific action. Windows 10 has served us faithfully for almost a decade, becoming the foundation for countless enterprise environments. But as with every technology, it's now time to plan the next step forward. So what does this transition mean for us and how can we manage it smoothly? You have two supported approaches, both of which can be handled efficiently through Endpoint Central. Option 1, migrate from Windows 10 to Windows 11. This is the long-term, future-ready solution that ensures your endpoints continue to receive all the latest updates and security patches. Now, if your organization can't transition to Windows 11 right away, maybe due to legacy hardware or application dependencies, there's option 2, the Extended Security Updates Program. Through ESU, Microsoft will continue to release critical security updates for Windows 10 for a limited period. However, this comes with a cost starting at $61 per device for the first year, with incremental increases each following year. This gives IT teams valuable breathing room, a grace period to plan and execute their migrations without leaving systems exposed. And here's something worth noting for our European audience. ESU charges do not apply in your region. Microsoft will continue offering Windows 10 security updates at no additional cost as part of its regional policy. Whether you're moving to Windows 11 right away or opting for ESU temporarily, the key is to plan early and ensure continuity. Endpoint Central fully supports both approaches, allowing you to patch, monitor, and manage updates effortlessly throughout the transition. Also, folks, we've put together an easy to follow guide on how to upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 using ManageEngine Endpoint Central. Simply scan the QR code to watch it or check out the link we've shared in the chat. Dear participants, exciting news! We're planning a special webinar to walk you through the Windows 10 to Windows 11 migration with Endpoint Central. Stay tuned to our LinkedIn page for further announcements. Next, let's talk about another big announcement from Microsoft, the end of support for Office 2016 and Office 2019. Just like Windows 10, these Office versions have reached the end of their support lifecycle. From now on, they'll no longer receive security patches, bug fixes, or technical support. And unlike Windows 10, there's no ESU option available for Office. Once support ends, that's it. No more updates, even for critical vulnerabilities. So what should Office users do? You can migrate to Microsoft 365, Office 365 for continuous cloud-based updates, or choose Office LTSC 2024 or Office 2024. Whichever aligns best with your organization's requirements. Each of these options ensures ongoing support, compliance, and protection from security risks. To view the complete list of end-of-life software like these, along with their expiration dates, go to Threats and Patches and Threats and then High-Risk Software. This section provides detailed insights, helping you proactively identify and mitigate potential security risks before they become a threat to your environment. Let's move on to Patch Tuesday update breakdown now. So this time, there are 175 vulnerabilities, out of which 6 are also zero-day vulnerabilities. We'll be discussing them in the later slides, but taking a look at the breakdown, we see a total of patches 200 plus released to mitigate the 175 vulnerabilities. Also, if these vulnerabilities are left unpatched in your endpoints, they can cause 6 different kinds of impacts in your systems, which we'll also be discussing in detail in the following slides. So as I said earlier, there are 6 zero-day vulnerabilities released in this month's Patch Tuesday. Let me quickly show you where to find them in the console. Let us navigate to the top menu, click on Threats and Patches. On the left pane, click on Threats and choose Zero-Day Vulnerability. Now let me go ahead and fix this vulnerability in my system. Let us tick off the box and click on Install Patches. It will automatically take you to Manual Deployment. By applying all the necessary configurations, you can successfully patch this zero-day vulnerability. So let's take a look at what this month's zero-day vulnerabilities bring to light. Starting with CVE 2025, 24990 and CVE 2025, 24052, this flaw impacts the Windows Aguirre modem driver and could allow attackers to gain administrative privileges through the LTMDM64.ss component. Microsoft has removed the vulnerable driver in the October update, which mitigates the issue but disables fax modem hardware. This vulnerability carries a CVSS score of 7.8. Next up, CVE 2025-5923 zero targets the Windows Remote Access Connection Manager and can allow local attackers to elevate privileges to system level. The flaw results from improper access control, requiring moderate effort to exploit, and has been rated 7.8 on the CVSS scale. Moving forward, CVE 2025-47827 impacts IGELOS secure boot and allows attackers to bypass cryptographic verification, mounting unverified file systems and weakening system integrity. Fixes for this issue are included in the October Windows updates, and it carries a CVSS score of 4.6. Next, CVE 2025-0033 affects AMD EPYC processors using SEVS-NP, where a race condition could let a malicious hypervisor alter memory mappings before they're locked. Though Azure environments include several safeguards, this flaw still poses integrity risks and carries a CVSS score of 8.2. Finally, CVE 2025-2884 impacts the TCG TPM 2.0 reference implementation, where an out-of-bounds read could lead to information disclosure or denial of service. Microsoft has issued fixes through the October cumulative update, and this vulnerability holds a CVSS score of 5.3. Now let us move on to the critical vulnerabilities. We have 8 critical vulnerabilities this month. Out of the 175 total vulnerabilities, we have 167 important vulnerabilities too. So let's talk in detail about the critical vulnerabilities. We have picked the top 5 critical vulnerabilities for you. First, we have CVE 2025-59234, a remote code execution vulnerability in Microsoft Office. This use after free flaw can let an unauthenticated attacker get a user to open a malicious file, resulting in local code execution and potential full system compromise. Next up, CVE 2025-49708, a remote code execution vulnerability in the Windows graphics component. This use after free issue allows an authenticated attacker to execute code over the network and could lead to system level compromise if successfully exploited. Following that, CVE 20259287, a remote code execution vulnerability in Windows Server Update Service, WSUS. Unsafe deserialization of untrusted data in WSOS lets an unauthenticated remote attacker send a crafted event to trigger code execution on the server, risking widespread update infrastructure compromise. Then CVE 202-59291, an elevation of privilege affecting confidential Azure Container Instances / Azure Compute Gallery. External control of a file name or path can allow an authenticated attacker to trick the system into mounting a malicious file share, leading to local privilege elevation and possible remote code execution. Finally, CVE 2025-9246, an Azure Entra ID elevation of privilege vulnerability. Successful exploitation may allow an attacker to escalate privileges within Entra ID, risking broader identity and access compromise across cloud resources. Now, speaking about the patches by impact, as we mentioned earlier, that if these vulnerabilities are left unpatched, they can have 6 different kinds of impacts on your systems. Starting with 80 elevation of privilege, 31 remote code execution, 28 information disclosure, 14 denial of service, 12 security feature bypass, and 10 spoofing. Now let's take a look at the operating systems and the applications that have been affected this month. So as we saw earlier, there were a total of 175 vulnerabilities, out of which 134 have been found in Windows 18 in Microsoft Office, 6 in Azure, 6 in Development Tools, 3 in System Center, 3 in Server Software, 1 in SQL Server, 1 open source software, and 1 in other applications,